Hey guys, this is MTG Degree. My name is Luke, and today we're going to talk about tilt. But what is tilt? Let's define that. And I mean literally. So here's the dictionary, and let's look it up. Okay, tilt is to move into or assume a sloping position or direction. So in gaming terms, this means to move from your balanced logical self to your other emotional self. You've tilted in a direction away from that balanced logic that you need to win a game of Magic. Negative tilt is one of the most recognizable features of competitive Magic. Flip tables, shouting, or just walking off in a huff or being a jerk to your opponent. But the other thing about tilt is that before all those explosive events happen, generally the person is stewing in these negative emotions while the game goes on. And these negative emotions make it so that they are not paying attention to the game itself and using their logic to win. A player on tilt is a player who has already lost. Have you ever been halfway through a match and come to the conclusion that you can't possibly lose, where you begin to play like an absolute madman? This kind of behavior even happens to the pros, and I think the reason why is because we aren't trained to suppress positive feelings, and so they're much more insidious on our play. Here's an example from a top-tier player, Ryoichi Tamada, in the finals of Pro Tour Battle for Zendikar.
Alright, so let's get to it, because the hand you're looking at there belongs to Ryoichi Tamada. I think it's about to go away very, very soon. It is. Yeah, so he...
Oh, he looks like he's scrying, actually.
Oh, really? Does he have no land? Surely I... He had no land! What was that about?
You could see that grin on his face. He knows what he did.
Everyone knows what he did. He knows this is televised, right?
He didn't play a land on turn one.
Tamada is up 2-1 in a best of 5, and keeps a no-land hand after commanding presence up until that point. This is a perfect example of positive tilt. Now you might be asking, did he win the Pro Tour? No, he lost. So remember, if you're winning, even if it's by a lot, don't get crazy. Just play standard like you normally would. You might be asking yourself, when is it okay to tilt? Well, let's pull up a flowchart to illustrate. Now that we've got that over, some people might say, why avoid tilt? It's part of the game. Well, there's the first obvious reason, which is that when you tilt, you are lowering your chances of winning. Your mental state is very important in a game of Magic because Magic is a mental game. The other reason, the better reason really, is that when you're tilting, you're providing a negative experience for newer players. If you're playing against a new player and you start tilting on them, they might never come back to Magic to play with anyone. So be aware that when you're tilting, you're providing a negative experience for those around you. But what about some methods for avoiding tilt? After all, I can't be all complaint and no solution. Well, the first one is a very simple one, which is to simply take that deep breath and pull yourself back for a second and then start playing again, a little refreshed. That not working? Give yourself a quick reminder that you're just playing a game. Now, for those of you who tilt hard and often, perhaps practicing some meditation would help. This might help you learn to empty your mind of unnecessary emotion. Another possibility is just that you need to step away from the game for a while. A lot of people get very caught up in winning, and even getting close to losing bothers these people intensely. And in these times, it might be a good idea to stop playing Magic for a bit, come back with a new perspective, and everyone will welcome you back with open arms, I'm sure. Remember, in the end, the only person who can calm you down in a match is yourself. So you have to figure out what works best for you. I'll leave you with a short movie clip here, and think about it in terms of your tilting experiences. Have a good day, guys.
So why are you upset?
I probably sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu, in the history of China, in the history of sucking.
Probably.
And the 5. Man, you should have seen them. They totally hate me.
Totally.
How's Shifu ever gonna turn me into the Dragon Warrior? I mean, I'm not like the 5. I've got no claws, no wings, no venom. Even Mantis has those thingies. Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
I've just got sideboarding notes. It sounds like Tamada has taken all the land out of his deck for game 4.
Oh, okay. Thank you to Rashad Miller down there on the floor for that.